By 1943, the U.S. was fully entrenched in World War II, when at the tender age of 18, Robert Hickman enlisted to fight.
My thought was, they need help, so I'm going to volunteer, and went into the Air Force.
He was sent to both Europe and Africa. His duties? To do whatever needed to be done. Build runways, load bombs on planes, stand guard. When flight units became critically short-staffed, Robert again volunteered.
Wasn't bright, but I held my hand up. So that's how I got to fly. And then I had experience of bombs, but I was trained with bombs. I trained for guns.
He was manning the bomber's tail gun position of the Flak Shack the night of June 28, 1944. 10 men were on board. Their target, an enemy oil field in Romania, which they hit, but not without a cost. No less than 8 enemy fighter pilots targeted the bomber and its crew, one after the other. They riddled the Flak Shack with gunfire. Robert was struck in the leg, groin, and head. He may not have made it home if his fellow crew hadn't torn their parachutes to use for bandages. All 10 of the men on board were hit in some fashion, but still, every one of them survived. Robert and his crew received the Silver Star for that mission and the Purple Heart for their injuries. Despite having a skull fracture, Robert returned to the skies.
When they said at 25 he'd come home, and I said no. You sent us over here to do a mission, and the war was so young yet. I said I'd like to stay. And they said okay. So I flew another 25.
And even after hitting 50 bombing runs, he still wasn't finished.
And they said, you better go home. Your luck is running out. I said, no, let me go and a bit more. Well, I threw 3 more. And I said to myself, you better listen to what they say.
At 98 years old, Robert Hickman is the last surviving crew member of the Flak Shack. And for all he endured, says he'd do it again to serve our country.
Your Central Ohio Ford dealers are proud to include Robert Hickman as a member of the Ford Oval of Honor. Thank you for stepping forward to ensure the freedom we have today. Red, white,